Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Sun Devils will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he's coming out of the end zone. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Creates a little room, picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire.
Race into the open. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
And how about set the tone right there? Like you're going to cover this guy coming across the field, get it to him early on the first drive, let him know this playmaker is going to be touching the ball early and often, and he picks up the big game.
The Bruins come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Rides the back and leaves it. Got enough for the first down and wants more. On to running room. Touchdown, UCLA. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And this defense really wanted to come out and set the tone and be physical, but the offense did that. They took control. They owned the line of scrimmage. They create the big explosive run on the first drive to really set the tone in this football game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Hamilton. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Back to throw. It's Dalton. Snagged in the middle. It's Hamilton. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. The give to the back. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Use the play fake, now to throw. Floats it out in space. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. receiver comes in motion. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Caught near the sticks. It's Hamilton. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. If you're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
The Sun Devils trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Quickly complete. Oh, he's got some space. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
Going to run it. It's Bray. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Give to the back. Stuff on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Didn't find a single crack to run through on the last 2 plays. Let's see if they go up top on 3rd and 10. To the air, it's Dalton. Fires deep toward the end zone. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Once you start to get down towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. You really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
4th down and 10 and barely a thought of kicking it. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Always a positive to put up early points, and they'll try to add to this 6-0 edge. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Bruins in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Karapateas. He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catch enough to give them the 1st down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. He did a nice job of it.
So, I mean, it's not hard, but you need to kind of build it yourself.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Looking for space. It's Karapateas. There he goes. Running it inside the 30 and finally out of bounds at the 27. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. The Bruins have taken it inside the 20. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bruins.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
This one might be the pass. If you tilt it, you can see the greens underwater. I'm going to pass. Next. Oh, this one's complicated. Oh, this one's very simple. It only comes
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Okay, one is going to be Pikachu and one is going to be Eevee. This is going to be Pikachu. The review. Oh no, this one is Eevee. And there's Dikuda. What a cute surprise.
My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to.
The flowers.
Looking to throw.
Eevee. And it looks something like this.
Caught over the middle. It's Mateus. He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd.
Pikachu or Eevee, please comment below.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line.
These are all the Terrarians. Every single one is super cute, but it looks even better with all of them together. I have to say that plastic is my favorite. Okay, moving on.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Gets the back moving. To the air. It's Dalton. Bringing the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB. And he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. And incomplete on the deep ball.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Wide receiver going in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. Slithers into space. Turning it on. The 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, UCLA. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
It's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
And he's going to bring this one out. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. That's the end of the period, and it's UCLA in the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. They've got a first down here to open the period.
Okay, I think it turned out better than my first attempt. And now
Quarterback making adjustments. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
I just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there, they're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change as this game goes on.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. To the air, it's Dalton. He puts some heat on that one down the middle. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Got room on the return. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel on the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends.
And this is my second creation. So this water gun, you're not supposed to shake it. You're supposed to twist it. Okay, these turned out way better than I expected. Which one do you think was better? It was easy, it was creative, and I just had a lot of fun. I would have to give this one 10 out of 10. Next one, big swatch for the farm. This costs like $50, so it better be good. So this is a toy where you can make it own. And the items are all so small compared to the size of the box. They made the box so big for what they had inside. It was a bit deceiving. So this is what was inside. So we have this one watch, and apparently you can customize it however you want. This is the face. And I'm going to personalize it by changing the felt and adding some decorations and backgrounds. Okay, so how should I customize this? Apparently you can also detach every single part in this box. So you want to put them in the table and cool. Okay, let me take out all the parts first. So this is all the parts. I feel like I should choose the background first. I mean, this is cute. I like this one. This one's a bit dreamy. This one's got bold colors. And this one is Pikachu and Eevee. I feel like I'm gonna go with this one. I mean, I like Mimikyu. So now I'm supposed to attach this onto the watch. And how do I do that? Oh, it's a sticker. I thought I had to like take everything apart and put it back together. All I had to do is just stick it on top. Okay, that's smart. Now the first thing I realized we had a few actually different colors, so we can make it first. So yellow, yellow, green, green. And this one I'm going to make it green, green, yellow, yellow. And now we're supposed to connect these with this thing. And then we're supposed to attach the watch. If it's too small or too big, you can add or subtract extra bits. It actually goes through perfectly, so I'm just going to go with this. And now you can choose one way to decorate the watch. And I mean, I think I'm going to go with this. Let's go with Pikachu. And then this one is just like pop it on. And so, actually, I'm going to go with this. The colors match this design better. Okay, that is cute. And finally, you can put these decorations on these little joints. Here you go. Ooh, Pokeball. And there we have a cute Pokemon watch. I think this toy is very original. I've never played with anything like this before, and I love how it's practical. I really like how it can change the size, so anyone can have all different and play with it. I would give this toy like a 6 out of 10. I'm sorry, it was a bit expensive. I wish they had everything had options to change them. Ooh, I have to say, I do love the idea. Curly! Okay, I don't think I can live Curly. It's a classic. I'm gonna say the Curly, but it's like super positive.
College Football. I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer.
And lastly, the hot plate. Okay, this is definitely my favorite out of all, but I mean, it's not really a toy. I think this was around like $100, but to me, it's worth it. Let's see how it looks inside. How adorable! We've got Squirtle, Charmander, Pikachu, and Bulbasaur. I quickly made a pancake batter. I need pancakes and waffles. I think it's so good word. Anyways, let's make some waffles or pancakes or just cake. Anyways, I'm going to put it with oil first, just to make things a little bit easier. So to be honest, it's actually not my first time making these. I tried it a few days ago just to see if it works, and that's when I noticed you want to fill this up to the brim. You want to fill this up as much as possible, but not too much. It also helps if you have like a pinky spoon. Next Pikachu. See, this is why you need like a pinky spoon to get to the ears. Charmander is a bit tricky, but look at the tail. It's so thin. Since his tail is a little bit thin, it's likely to get burnt, but it's okay. And lastly, Squirtle. That was the perfect amount of batter. Okay. Now we're going to cook it for 6 minutes. And we shall wait. Or I hope the pancake batter works. It's time for the reveal. Are you guys ready? Okay, it's getting there, but I feel like it's not done yet. So, I think I need to add like 2 more minutes. And I think it's ready. It's hot, very hot. It sounds really crispy on the outside. Oh, so cute. Oh, it's so cute. These turned out really pretty. We have Pikachu and Charmander. Like I said, I don't get to work easily, but it's okay. It's like the perfect amount of work. And lastly, Squirtle. I love it. That was super easy to make. Easy to set up, easy to clean, and
One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome everyone to the home of the Arizona State Sun Devils, Mountain America Stadium in Tempe. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the UCLA Bruins, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Arizona State Sun Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Bruins will kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's Hamilton. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback.
electrons can easily flow through it with little resistance, a unique property that makes gold useful for things like wiring connections in electronic devices and on spacecrafts. This is also one of the things that makes it so valuable because just like a demon hunter, the hidden potential is there. Sometimes you just have to dig a little deeper to find it. And last, but certainly not least, is gold's density. Gold is heavy.
Sending a clear message, Reese. They are going to take shots. They've got playmakers. They've got dudes that can get downfield and locate the football. I love the attitude right out of the gate.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
So now it's second and long. Trapped behind the line, it's Hamilton. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there. And as a result, the offense actually loses a couple points.
Now facing a third and long. To the air, it's Dalton. Gonna take a shot. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Just when you thought that ball was out of reach, nothing appeared to be out of his reach there.
He says just throw it up and I'll go get it. To track the ball all the way down the field and dive and lay out with that body control, that is a special catch.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line with a big red zone opportunity here.
Welcome back to my channel.
Yeah, after this game, Mama.
Okay, so last week I made 100 little squishies.
Yeah, we're gonna get it.
How bold will they be on third down after that last run?
Well, anyways, I made 100 little squishies, and they kind of reminded me
From the gun, wants to pass.
So I don't need to run this.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
I've never made robot dreams before, so I really don't know how it's going to
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on fourth down. Might be calling a hot route. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Trying to take it back.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
Into the bowl. And if you want to add some color, we will use some food coloring. And oh my gosh, I hate it when the silver covers don't open. I just cut it open with some scissors, and I'm going to get like a scoop. I mean, it's really up to you how much you want to use them, but like a small scoop should do, and then add it into the warm water until it completely dissolves. Now we're going to add some water little by little until it's like perfect. I guess this is kind of like up to you, but you want to make
The
it
offense
just, like,
will have to
moldable.
use its first
It'll be
time out of the
too
half.
If you don't add enough water, and it'll be too liquidy if you add too much water. So just like slowly add some water, and you can tell if it's enough by touching them while mixing. And this is how you make ucla. If you don't know what ucla is, it's basically something like slime that's made out of starch and water. While it looks very liquidy, if you punch it or like put pressure onto it, it turns into solid. Very interesting sciencey stuff. But you know what? That's basically it. You make some ucla and then kind of mold it into shape. So here I am making as many as I can. While I was making this, I noticed that it's impossible to make anything from this other than a sphere. It's very, very crumbly and powdery. There was like no way to mold them water, we're going to be using tofu only. I read that with these ingredients, it will be a lot easier to mold. So let's see. Again, I'm just kind of eyeballing it. I know when you're cooking or baking, you need to be perfect with the amount of ingredients you use, but this is not really like that. All you need to do is make it into the right consistency. It kind of depends on what kind of powder and tofu you're using, the temperature, humidity, and environment, so it differs every time. And it's about the right consistency for you. If you like it softer, then just add in more tofu. You don't really need to be scared because even if you add a little bit too much, you can always add in some more powder. I've never made tapioca noodles before, but I'm going with my instincts. Oh, and for the first batch, I completely forgot that you're also supposed to add some sugar. But that's also up to you, kind of. Some recipes that I found online didn't even use any sugar. If you like it sweet, then you can add them. If you don't have to. Welcome to Yori's Cooking, where everything is up to you. I know, I make a very great cooking show. And this is how it turned out. I took a bit into my hands and rolled it to see if it stays in place. The dough seems fine, so now I'm going to place them into separate bowls. And then I'm going to add some food coloring to each of them. Red, yellow, purple, ooh, that looks like black, blue, and green. And then mix them in. At first I felt like a bag because I was afraid of the colors staining. But it kept sticking onto the back so bad and made everything so much harder, I just decided to use my hands. By the way, because the colors kept staining the skin, I washed my hands like every 5 minutes because I didn't want the colors to blend. So my hands were very, very clean. And I'm the only person that's going to eat them, so honestly, I didn't really care even if I touched them with my hands. But if you really care, I would recommend using some gloves. Can you hear that? By the way, that's my hamster trying to get my attention. Anyways, I mixed them thoroughly, and I think we're ready to move on. Ta-da! All we have to do now is to mold them into little imposters. I made it into like a small oval, then used super clean new scissors to cut off some parts. And these are going to be the legs. And at first I put them onto the plate, but it kind of kept sticking onto the plate. I added some flour, but that didn't really help, so eventually I got some cooking sheet and started working on there. So again, I'm just making a small oval, and using some scissors, I'm cutting a square for the legs. And then I added some white dough for the face shield thingy, flipped it over, and added that huge square thingy on the back. And that's basically it. I decided to make the same thing over and over again with different colors. So after this, we're going to boil them, but I read that when you boil them, they kind of grow bigger. So if you want them to be like drinkable tapioca size, you need to make them very, very small. Okay, this consistency is easier to work with compared to the very first batch that I made, the one with only water, but it's still not like polymer clay. It's not that easy to work with. It's like really crumbly, but if you leave it for too long, it starts melting. It's still kind of like ucla. I don't know how to explain, but you need to work very fast, and you can't really fix small mistakes. So it's really hard to make them look perfect. Also, they're just like really small, so it just makes the process so much harder. This took a long time to make. I'm fast forwarding this, but this is like a few hours of my life. I honestly don't want to make them again, but if I were, I would choose to make like something circular and easy to make. So I made 20 in total. And I also added the faces and the back part for each and every one. By the way, with my leftovers, I made some more normal pearls. And kind of tried mixing some colors to see what would happen, but ew, no. Red and blue was like, ew, no. So I guess we're ready to move on. And like I said, we're going to be boiling them. I placed them in one by one just to be extra careful. And apparently we need to boil them like at least 20 minutes, all the way up to 2 soft, you will need to leave them in a lot longer. So it really depends on what kind of curls you want to make. Oh, look at him. He's like having the time of his life. So after like an hour, this is what happened. Oh no. They got stuck onto the bottom. The rest of them, I scooped it up and it's currently in ice water. While some turned out perfect, like the shape is perfect, most of them turned out like, I mean, it still has that shape but too, and I don't think you can tell this is an imposter. So, after seeing how they turned out, I decided to make a few more. I didn't want to end it there because I knew they didn't really turn out that great. My perfectionist side was all upset and maybe make another batch. Oh, I'm just a perfectionist when it comes to art and making stuff. Not a perfectionist for anything else. I mean, my room is not that clean, you know. So for my first batch, I noticed that white disappears easily. So the face seal thing melted off for most of them. But for this batch, I decided to make the face parts very, very thick. And then on to boiling. I noticed that when I boiled it for too long, everything kind of melted and lost its form or got stuck onto the bottom part. So for this time, I only boiled it for 20 minutes. The less time, the chewier and kind of hard in the center. So I guess if you choose taste over looks, then you should boil them longer. But for these 5 imposters, I wanted them to look perfect. So I only boiled them for 20 minutes. Then I picked them up one by one and put them into ice cold water. While I was waiting for them to cool down, I decided to decorate my cup. I got this cup at a dollar store, so it's nothing fancy. I wanted to make like a perfect streak. So I decided to paint the back part of this cup to match the theme, which is Among Us. I got some white pastel paint pen to make some dots all over for the stars, and then added some black, blue, and yellow acrylic paint to paint all over. At the very end, I added a lot of varnish so the paint stays in place. I've painted a few cups before, and with varnish, the paint will stay put for a while. Like, it's not permanent, but nothing's really permanent if you think about it. Like my Harry Potter cup that I had, it used to say Hogwarts, but the Hog kind of disappeared, and now it only says Warts. So unless you scrub it or like put it into dishwasher, acrylic paint should stay put for a while. But again, it's not permanent. And we're done. I think we're ready to make the boba drink. And this is how it turned out. Ooh, look what's floating. Oh, they're so cute. They're just like floating around. Okay, so I'm ready to try them out now. I honestly don't know how they're going to taste. So let's see. The moment of truth. I'm actually surprised. They taste like boba pearls, like legit boba pearls. Okay, not bad. If I were to make them again, I would add a little bit more sugar, but otherwise, they're not that bad. Like literally. Here, this part in the middle is a bit chewy, so if you like softer pearls, you should definitely boil it a little bit more. I would say this is like a 9 out of 10. Not perfect, but I'm really surprised with how it turned out. So I guess that's it for today. It was quite random making boba pearls, but I hope you guys liked it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next video.
Okay, Mama, you have to wait. Daddy's trying to finish this game.
Today, all in all, I'm gonna play with them 100% and have fun with them 100%. Like, I believe adults can have fun like kids too, and unleash their inner child. I believe every soul is a child at heart. So guys, let's just have fun. And I'm not gonna just play with any toys. I'm gonna be playing with stereo-related crafting toys and woobles. I mean, yes, this isn't really a toy, but I thought it would be like perfect for this video. So I just wanted to add this in. If you don't know, these are called woobles, and they're like beginner crocheting since they're always sold out. And they came out with some